By the time you're probably watching this video, I would imagine that TikTok is actually already reinstated, but I'm recording this video upon the announcement that TikTok is officially only shutting down for a little bit, and it's coming back. And I wanted to make a really quick video dropping my thoughts, and I would love to know what you guys think about this right now, because there is something about this entire thing that's incredibly interesting to me, and I don't understand, and it's involving the NPCs that are riddled within this world. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Before I say this, it's very important to note, and I'm sorry if you had to hear this already in another video on one of my channels, I keep my political opinions to myself. It is very important that you don't take what I say and assume that it's automatically part of one side. I grew up in a time where it was normal to keep your political opinions to yourself. It leads to nothing but divide and anger. So I am going to give my thoughts on this, and it's very important that you have that respect to me and not assume that I fall one way or the other, okay? Regardless, let's talk about the idea that's been floating around, and everybody, I'm seeing this pretty well everywhere, to be honest with you. And I don't know what's true, to be honest with you. Everybody's been talking about this entire thing, the entire idea of TikTok getting banned, all of the drama surrounding it was just so when Trump takes office back that he can look good. Now, I believe things like this happen constantly throughout the world, and I'm not above the idea that that might be the case. I don't know what's true, to be honest with you, because I know the reasons that I'm not saying they're correct, but I understand why the administration that was in place before Trump would want to get rid of TikTok, but I also understand why this would be something that they would want to do in order to make Trump look good upon coming back into office. Sorry, I'm trying to be very, very dicey with my words right here. But the point being, I'm honestly not sure what's right. If you had a gun to my head, I would imagine that this is just big drama being stirred in order for the people taking office to look good now. That would be my guess, but regardless, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk about because it has to do with this. You see it everywhere, which is so strange. Oh, how could people not totally see that this was just a scam all along? They just wanted to make him look good. Everybody's like posting that absolutely everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That might be the case. Yeah, right? Maybe. Like I said, that wouldn't shock me one little bit. I don't have a hard answer for you because I could see both sides about it. And I would lean towards it actually just being stirred up for the sake of looking good. Regardless, what I don't understand is that there are so many things that have been in the political space, drama being stirred up, things that people are made to believe, and it's way easier to see through than something like this. And it's way more like evidence that it is a for sure thing as opposed to something like this. And people just just goes right over their head. They don't even think twice about it. Like the screen people tells them one thing, that's what I believe now. You read some opinions on Twitter, that's what I believe right now. And you know what? It just might be a case of that because everybody has been talking about the idea of this. Might be the case now that I'm thinking about it. Everybody's been talking about this idea that it just actually was stirred up so Trump can look like a hero coming back in office, the savior of TikTok. Maybe that's why everybody is having that opinion because it's being posted everywhere. But regardless, I don't understand how all of these people can let themselves, and again, I'm not talking about one side of the aisle or the other. It's very important. It's the last time that I will say that. There are endless things, endless issues, endless ideas being represented and shown online for you to see so that you just blindly believe something, adopt an opinion about it, and not question it whatsoever. Why is this the one that everybody's questioning? There are so many other things that are way easier to see through than that. I just don't get it. Everybody's sitting back and talking about, oh yeah, as if the idiots online can't see, as if the idiots of the world can't possibly see that this is just done so that one leader can look good, right? I'm like, where have you been the last 10 years since I probably started paying attention? This has probably been about a decade now. Where have you been this entire time? And you know what? Those same people spatting and yapping about that are going to fall for the exact next thing that's designed to trick them. There are so many NPCs in this world that it's just beyond my comprehension. I can't understand that there's this many people who actually sit down and believe whatever's told to them. And actually, I've kind of convinced myself more as I'm speaking about this because the reason why people are seeing through this is probably because that's the idea being presented to them. And again, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying that. I would agree with that. But the problem is the next idea that they see 2 days from now, they're not going to look deep into it. And they're not going to see, oh, well, this was made so this person can look good on either side of the aisle. I just don't understand how many NPCs and how you can walk through life being this way. And I might know how I'm sounding right now too. I know I'm just yapping a little bit, but I might know how I'm sounding like the entitled centrist, where it's like, oh, well, I'm beyond the left versus right type thing. You know, I like to think for myself. That's also not where I'm coming from. I do have beliefs in, one particular area, but I keep it private. I keep it private, and I'm not, and the problem is, like, if I were to come out and say, like, hey, I kind of like this thing about this, right? Then you would just automatically assume that no matter what, you are either all the way this way, all the way that way, and it just leads to nothing but chaos. Sorry for the further pause, by the way. I just paused my recording to take a drink of water, and now I spilt it on my shirt like an absolute idiot, like an NPC, by the way, like an NPC. Somebody would be yapping on Twitter about this, but regardless, I am just so beyond frustrated with the world and the NPCs that walk through this life. Things like this, though, shock me all of the time, where I can't imagine walking through life just believing everything that you see, adopting an opinion because someone else said, and just looking at the screen being like, oh, the screen person said this, that's what I believe now. I don't understand. We have lost the idea of critical thinking, and it's crazy to me that these people are posting this idea of seeing through this TikTok ban, or potentially seeing this through this TikTok ban, and they're so arrogant about it. They're so arrogant in the sense where it's like, yeah, these people really can't see that they just wanted Trump to look good, They really can't see that. And then 5 seconds later, they'll read something else and just automatically believe that. I don't understand the logic of the people that we live with today. Nobody thinks for themselves anymore, and it just makes me happy for the parents that I had, man. Let me know what you think about this down below. Thank you for watching. Why don't you check out this really old video that I made talking about the TikTok hearing. I don't know if I articulated myself because it was a long, long time ago, but hey, watch a video. Why not? Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.